You think of somewhere safe, where your potential will be nurtured and your faults excused. Hortense had never known the love of a mother. Perhaps that's why she had so long cherished a dream of coming to England. But would it be the rainbow's end for everything she aspired to be? Sometimes, to make a dream come true, you must swallow your pride. Hortense told herself that love was a luxury she could not afford.
Good evening. Is this perchance the household of Gilbert Joseph?
You're never his wife.
I am she, yes.
What, the lazy lummox didn't come and meet you off the boat?
He did not.
Oh, come on in.
No, I prefer to wait here, thank you.
Gilbert! Your wife is here!
Hortense! Hortense! Oh.
I will be at the docks to meet you, he says.
Hortense, let me tell you, I go to the dock this morning. No ship was there. They say come back tomorrow.
You want everyone in England to know our business?
I'm Mrs. Bly. People call me Queenie.
Mrs. Bly?
Come now. I'll show you your new home, Hortense.
And the rest? Where are the other rooms?
There are no other rooms, Hortense. This is it. This is where I am living.
Just this? You bring me all the way across the world for just this?
Everybody live like this. There has been a war. Plenty people live worse than this. Some have no roof over them head at all. Look, see, we have all we need right there. The gas ring. That is our kitchen. Sink over there. Table, chairs, dining room. And the bedroom. Compact but efficient now.
And the lavatory?
Downstairs. But we have this if we need to. Me so sorry. I forget that.
You wash your cup in the same place you throw your...
Well, I usually take it down to the toilet when
I cannot believe you bring me all this way to live like an animal. That you think so little of me.
Listen here, Miss Iron Mighty, stick your nose up in the air. You will wash your plate, your vegetable, and your backside in that basin too. And what you don't know yet, because you just come off a boat, you are lucky. One day, not now, but one day you will know that.
There will be snow in hell before that day comes, Gilbert Joseph.
Don't forget this trunk, Gilbert.
God said, "Let there be light." And God saw that the light was good, and separated it from the dark. And he called the light day, and the darkness he called night. Amen.
Amen.
Don't slouch, Hortense.
In point of fact, Pa, it is the rotation of the earth which causes night and day.
I suppose they teach you that at that fancy boarding school I sent you to.
They taught me many things. For example, it has now been irrefutably proved that man is not descended from Adam and Eve, but from monkeys, apes to be exact.
You dare to sit and mock the Bible in my presence, Michael?
Is an inquiring mind not
I
part
will
of
not have such blasphemy at my table.
Is it blasphemy to acquire knowledge? To want to understand how the world works?
Leave the table.
Don't hurt him, please.
I have a mind of my own now, Pa, and I will not be beaten into submission. Not anymore. I'm grown now, Hortense. I can find my own corner. As you must learn to do.
I hope you're not neglecting your duties by escorting me to work every day, Michael Roberts.
It is a pleasure, not a duty. Miss Hortense, come on. Be a good girl now.
I am grown too now, Michael. How comes everyone sees that but you,
In England's green and pleasant land. Very good, children. Now take your seats, please. Today we're looking at the reign of the Tudors.
An urgent warning just came on the wireless. It's a hurricane. Everyone must return home immediately. I will take those from St. James to the bus. Stay here with Hortense, my love. Secure all the shutters, bolt the doors. That's it. Top, top.
I can always say, storms is just God shifting his furniture around.
Talk to me, Hortense. Tell me about your brother.
Oh, Michael is not my brother, Mrs. Ryder. Although we share the same house. See, my parents, they were teachers.
So she talked to calm Mrs. Ryder about how her parents had tragically died when she was a young child. She did not tell her that she had been born out of wedlock in Savannah, Lamar.
My mother actually died holding me in her arms.
That her father was a government official, and her mother a poor country girl in his employ. How she had pleaded that he send Hortense to his cousin, Mr. Roberts, to be raised, so that she might learn to read and write. And she did not tell her how she was determined to honor the sacrifice her mother had made for her.
I was 5 years old when first I met Michael. He has such plans. He wants one day to live in England. When I am older, I will join him there, and we will share a home again, he and I. This time, it will be as much.
Oh, dear God, what was that? It's the door. Mr. Ryder has returned. Oh, please be Hortense. I am quite capable of looking after myself.
I saw your husband at the bus stop with the children. I thought he left you here alone.
I did not know you were so well acquainted with Mrs. Ryder, Michael.
We met in church.
Did I blink and miss that day?
Does it matter where we met? Make yourself useful. Go and fetch some blankets. Go on. I'm here now. Go and tell me.
If Jeffrey comes back.
I say I'm here for Hortense. Only for her.
Hurricanes never come without warning, and so it is in life. But just when you think it's wreaked its damage, there's often worse to come.
Where is Mrs. Ryder? We must speak with Mrs. Ryder, child. Her husband was on his way back to school. When our truck got out of control, it's to no chance. We must inform her of his death.
Oh, he is an angry God. A fearsome God. This is his punishment.
Hortense, be calm. Is she inside?
She is there with Michael and Robert. They were alone there together. This is God's punishment for their sin.
Did you know that my son was committing a mortal sin with that woman?
No, sir, I did not. Not until today
When you took it upon yourself to tell the pastor and his wife about them, now the whole island knows. We are disgraced. My son is lost to me.
Lost?
'Tis time he learned what the word duty means. A war is coming in Europe. The mother country needs men to fight for her. The Royal Air Force are recruiting volunteers in Kingston. I've spoken to the appropriate people. He's to go overseas. As soon as arrangements can be made, you too shall leave this house, Hortense. You've overstayed your welcome here. I will have my dinner now, Miss Jewel.
Sorry, Queenie.
Easy, lift it. Easy. Nice and easy, right? Don't push too fast. Sorry, Queen.
I'm a leg, man. Come on. I'm taking out the way. Don't push it too far.
How people's lives entwine together is one of life's mysteries. But they say God works in mysterious ways. If there's no God, someone is having a fine joke at our expense.
Hertfordshire, Herefordshire, and Hampshire. Queenie. Hertfordshire, Herefordshire, and Hampshire. Hurricanes hardly ever happen. 3 grey geese in a green field grazing. In Hertfordshire, Herefordshire, and Hampshire, hurricanes hardly ever happen. I think I'm really getting the hang of it now.
Elocution lessons may change the way you speak, Queenie. It won't change who you are.
But it changes how people think of you, Auntie. Which will open doors for me. I can get a job, travel, see the world.
That man is like clockwork. For the till. Don't judge a book by its cover.
Afternoon, Queenie.
Bernard?
And a quarter of barley twists.
Mr. Bly, I thought I heard your voice. How are you today?
Very well, Mrs. Montgomery, thank you.
So, do you think there will be a war? Or is it just more blather and talk?
The way things are developing in Europe, another war is inevitable, I'm afraid. Mr. Chamberlain is
Fourpence halfpenny.
See you later, Queenie.
The way you are with him, Queenie, so offhand, you'll drive him away.
I know he's decent, Auntie, and dependable. And I'm fond of him, I am. It's just... all these months. All our walks in the park, the bus rides, the boat trips. All I know about him is he works in a bank, lives with his father, and likes barley twists.
Let him slip through your fingers, and you'll regret it, Queenie. Seize the day. Carpe diem. Carpe diem.
How is it you never talk about Yorkshire, Queenie? Your life there, your family, the farm.
It was a pig farm. Everywhere you went, everywhere you looked, filth and blood. My mother used to make me watch my father slaughtering the pigs. For my own good, she said. I needed toughening up. Well, it worked. When I left school, I knew I had to get away. So much I wanted to do and experience. I wrote to Aunt Dorothy, begged her to help me. She sent me the fare to come to London. She saved me.
Here you are. Since meeting you, Queenie, you brought out feelings in me I never knew I had. It's a gift you have. I know I'm not as gay or worldly as other men, but no one will care for you as I do.
Bernard, please don't think
please, let me finish. What I pray is that one day, should you ever, I'll wait for you, Queenie. However long it takes, I'll wait. Belongs to you now, Queenie. No one else.
Good night, then, Bernard. Bernard! Door is jammed. Someone's blocking it.
Stay there, Queenie.
No. No, please. Not this. Anything but this.
Queenie.
All right, Queenie.
Have you met Bernard?
My mother.
You'll be needing to pack, Queenie. Then we'll get off home. There's a train this afternoon. Your dad will pick us up at the station. The landlord wants you out of here. You've no roof over your head. No means of supporting yourself. Time to face the world as it is, Queenie. Not as you wish it to be.
She will have a roof over her head, Mrs. Buxton. She'll be with me. We're getting married. Isn't that right, Queenie?
Directly we get a licence.
So you don't need to worry anymore. I'll be looking after her from now on.
Lily? Lily?
Is that truly what you want, Queenie?
Oh, Copy dear, Matty. Copy dear.
This was your mommy's quilt. I've been saving it for when you get married. I'm not going to see that day now. Go to Kingston, study hard at that college, then make you a fine teacher.
It's true. When Michael comes back...
He's not coming back, child. Not ever. Put him from your mind now.
Can I help you?
Sir.
Man, you landed on your feet, Gilbert. Go after.
Talk of using the underground for bomb shelters. I thought I'd make our own under the stairs. You'll help me, won't you, Dad?
Or we can give it a go when you've cleared it. We can spend a night in it. Have a midnight feast. It'll be fun.
Hardly fun, dear.
Why is it you don't use the rooms at top of house, Bernard?
Well, we used to when we took in lodgers. Since Mother's death, his shelves got a lot worse. And his baby was so unpredictable, and especially around strangers. Better to be private.
We could open them up. Make it into a proper family home.
There's no point in change. For change's sake, is there?
We interrupt this program.
My God, this is it. This is it, Queenie. It's already happening.
This morning, the British ambassador in Berlin handed the German government a final note stating that unless we heard from them by 11 o'clock, that they were prepared at once to withdraw their troops from Poland, a state of war would exist between us. I have to tell you now that no such undertaking has been received, and that consequently this country is at war with Germany. You can imagine what a bitter
Things will have to change now, won't they? Whether we like it or not.
Oh God, it's a roof! We've lost the roof! No, Queenie! Queenie, no! Oh, that's Queenie. That's safe.
I can see it, Bernard. The roof is still there. It's still there.
You've not given us the all clear yet. You must come back.
I can't breathe in there. Herefordshire and Hampshire. Hurricanes hardly ever.
To fight for your own country? Yeah. To see black skin in the governor's house doing more than sweep floor? Yeah. That is worth a fight. We should be fighting the British instead of going licky-licky to them.
You know what Hitler called us colours, Elwood? Anthropoids. I look it up in the library. Resembling a human, but primitive, like an ape. We don't fight this war, I tell you, we all end up slaves again, and that is worth fighting for. And what I got going from here anyway? All I ever wanted was to go to college and study law. I can't even afford the books I need. This way, I fight for my country and I learn a skill. When the war is over, I can fund myself for my studies. How else I get such an opportunity?
Gilbert, we have opportunities here with our own cap. And you even have night school for your studies.
How many times I've been to night school this year, Elwood? Never! Not one time did I get to night school, because every night I have my face stuck in that damn taxi engine trying to fix it. The only law I know is that of the combustion engine.
Fine. Do what the hell you want. Remember this, Gilbert. The English are liars. Every last one of them is a damn liar!
Good morning to you, sir. You're joining the Royal Air Force.
The game's afoot. Follow your spirit, and upon this charge, cry God for Harry, England, and St. George.
Excellent, Hortense. A most entertaining diversion, and an apt choice at such a time.
Thank you, Miss Morgan.
Finish, Miss Morgan.
Then start more, dear. England is a very cold country. We must ensure that our boys are kept warm.
I came here to learn to teach.
About name Richard Socks. Celia, it could be a brother or a lover out there facing death. I shall knit a pure deer. All of them ruby red, like the red chest of our hummingbird.
Celia! I cannot find him, Celia! Celia! I look everywhere, but he's gone. Celia!
She gets a little bit confused.
Your father's gone. Mother, I told you never to come here.
Let's go now, all right?
Didn't I always tell you he would? Didn't I always say that good-for-nothing man would do this to us one day? He's with that strumpet from Spanish Town. Oh, he's lost to us, Celia. God has turned his back on us.
I will see in England soon. Jamaica Square, Buckingham Palace. One day, I will see them too. I will be a teacher in a fine English school, and I will live in a fine house with electric lights and a bell at the front door, and I will ring that bell. It's a dream Michael and I shared since we were children. When the war is over, he will realize his mistake and come back for me.
From what you tell, he's not going to learn from his mistake, Hortense.
You'll be back. We'll see. This island is too small if you have big dreams, Celia. And without dreams, we are nothing.
Moving people about all over the place. You're there, Rotherhithe. You should be relocated in Rotherhithe, not somewhere else. Some idiot of a pen pusher at the ministry ordered them to be rehoused at number 29. This is the start of it, mark my words. Be your house next, then mine.
Those bummed out families from Rotherhithe, Mr. Todd's getting a petition together for the Ministry of Housing, get them sent somewhere else.
They need a roof over their heads like anyone else, don't they?
You seen the state of them? Crawling in lice and God knows what. Enough with the Polacks and Jews invading us when our damn Cockney's taking us over too. The residents' committee will be in touch. Much obliged. Mrs. Blight?
We should be offering to help those people, Bernard, not make things worse for them. All that space we've got begging upstairs, it's not right.
They're not our responsibility, Queenie. It's up to the authorities to deal with them.
Tell me, Bernard, have you ever thought what we'll tell our children if they ask us what we did for the war effort? My fool will be stuck for a bloody answer.
War means different things to different people. To some, it threatens to destroy everything they hold dear. For others, it can mean new freedom and new experiences. For Queenie too needed a lifeline into the future. It meant relinquishing old dreams for a new one.
I'm worried there's a problem.
Hardly the best time to start a family.
Time isn't something I'm short of.
I doubt that a young, healthy woman like yourself has a physical problem, Mrs. Bligh.
We've been married over a year.
You have regular conjugal relations with your husband, I take it. And how is it? Do you enjoy it? Is it pleasurable? If a wife does not partake fully and enjoy relations with her husband, Mrs. Bligh, she greatly reduces her chances of procreating.
That's a medical fact, is it?
A fact of life. You're not pregnant, are you?
Prove I'm up to it.
Not to me, Bernard.
To our children, I do. Dad. It's a grand job you've done there. I'll be the envy of the squadron. With the shine on those, Queenie.
There are times in life when a moment can be missed and an opportunity forever lost. Such a moment can be fleeting, but its legacy can last a lifetime.
Why it always socks they knit for us, never gloves.
Come on. What is this?
I swear, Fulton, you learn nothing since you've been in England. This here is your boiled mush. Here you have the white mush, here the brown, and this is the greatest delicacy of all. It's your green mush.
How the English run an empire when I'm belly full of this shit?
Listen, it takes years, centuries even, to develop their advanced system of cooking everything in boiling water, thereby ridding it entirely of taste and goodness. That is some achievement, man. Face it, that don't come easy, even for a white man.
Which one of you is Joseph?
That would be me, sir.
Sergeant.
Sorry, sir. Sergeant.
You lot. Back to work. Says here you can drive, is that true?
Yes, sir.
Your orders have come through. You report to ground transport, they need a driver.
There must be some mistake, Sergeant. See, I volunteer for air crew duty to go overseas as a wireless operator or navigator. I was told the RAF had need of such men and that they would train us.
Guess what? You are overseas.
No. I mean overseas to the front, Sergeant. To the front line.
This is the bloody home front, and you'll do as you're bloody ordered. Now get yourself cleaned up and report to ground transport.
Yes, sir. Sergeant.
Oh, there it is. Oh.
The billeting officer sent us. Said you had lodgings for servicemen.
Oh, of course, come in.
It's Walter, actually, but everyone calls me Ginger.
And you?
Kip, short for Kipling. Mother was an ardent admirer. Could have been worse. She was also keen on Trollope. That'll be our mate, I suppose. Ever punctual as usual.
Mrs. Bly, I presume. Sergeant Michael Roberts. You have Kip and Ginger with you, I believe.
Sorry. Yes, I... Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, go on up there. They're waiting for you. Evening.
The other two met up with some lady acquaintances. I decided to have an early night. We must be at Paddington Station by 7 in the morning. A token of my appreciation for your hospitality?
Oh, that's really not necessary.
Please, I insist. Good evening, sir.
Shell shock. The last war.
He is your father?
Husband's father. Overseas. RAF like you.
Can I perchance interest you in a game of poker, sir? I'm a 7-card stud man myself. Unless you prefer otherwise.
What are you doing, Queenie? I doubt he's up to playing for money.
Your father-in-law is up to rather more than that, Mrs. Bly. He's cheating. I don't yet know how, but...
Even if he was capable of it, it's not in his nature to do such a thing.
Human nature is full of surprises, Mrs. Bly.
In all the years I've known him, I've never seen him do such a thing. Arthur! Well, now I should be getting to bed too.
You've not had your tea yet? Please. Now you can ask me all the questions you've been thinking about since I arrived. What? You're not curious about this colored man in your house?
Have you not heard the expression, curiosity killed the cat?
I prefer the one about it having 9 lives. I come from an island in the Caribbean called Jamaica. Have you heard of it?
Well, you must miss it. And your family?
Unfortunately, you can't choose your family. Our disappointment in each other is mutual.
Wait, but you must miss being with your own kind.
My own kind?
Oh, no, I mean, being so far from home and...
And you? Do you miss your husband?
Yeah, of course.
So tell me, am I the first black man you ever see?
No. I saw one first on a school trip to the British Empire exhibition at Wembley. They made a jungle with an African village in it. God, it was so real. It was like something out of National Geographic, like real life. Yeah, and then this big black man came out of one of the huts. He looked like he was carved out of melting chocolate. I was terrified. Then he smiled. And he took my hand and he kissed it. They said afterwards he was a tribal prince.
But a prince, nonetheless.
I had such grand plans as a child. All the things I was going to do, all the places I'd travel and see. I used to think anything was possible.
You can still travel in here. We have a bird in Jamaica, hummingbird. It's our national bird. It's very small, barely this size, but oh, so beautiful. When it flies, its wings flicker so fast, the eye cannot see them. Motion so quick you can't detect it. Then hovers, steady as a man with a gun. Sticks his yellow beak into the mouth of the flowers and drinks off all the nectar. And this one time, in London, during the Blitz, everywhere death and devastation. You could barely breathe from the dust. You know what I see through it? Amidst all the rubble and despair, a hummingbird. I thought my eyes was playing tricks on me. But yet there it was. I dare not move, just in case I broke the spell. You want me to stay, Queenie? It's for you to say. It must be your choice.
Stay. Stay.
There are two kinds of love. One is solid and enduring, like the ground beneath your feet. The other is like a hurricane, fierce and powerful. It may come only once in your life, but it leaves a footprint on your heart.
Cup of tea? The train doesn't leave till 7.
I'm here.
Call me if you want.
Take us away. I'll take us somewhere.
Something I can do for you, sir? Is it your last? Let us come to an arrangement, you and I. You take this rock, I will find somewhere else to sit. How is that? I have to tell you, sir, you are beginning to try my patience. Calm yourself, sir. It's just a plane. A plane from the base, that's all it is, sir. Look, see? Just a plane. Tell me where you live. I will take you home. You know which way it is? My name is Arthur Bly. If found, please return me to 21 Nevern Street, London. Man, You're a long way from home. I know that feeling. Right. Come.
Get up. Come on. Oh, you'll be the death of me yet, Arthur. What have you been up to? Where was he?
On the beach. You take a shine to me, Mom.
It's not him, Arthur. It's someone else. It's not Michael. He's from London. Gets confused. Go inside. I'll make you something to eat.
Who do you think I am?
Oh, yeah, just someone we knew like you.
Another RAF man?
No, another coloured chappie.
I can assure you, ma'am, there's no other coloured chappie like me. Airman Gilbert Joseph, at your service, ma'am.
Queenie Bly. Can I offer you a cup of tea in return for Mr. Walkabout?
I must get back to the base. Maybe another time.
I commend you on your efforts, my dear. You've transformed it.
I do what I can. I hope for better when I get to England.
A letter came for you, Hortense. It was addressed to the principal, but it is intended for you. From your guardian, Mr. Roberts.
It is news of Michael. Thank you, Miss Morgan. Would it be possible to keep the letter?
Do you not want to talk about it, Hortense?
Any news of Michael Roberts is welcome to me. I've waited so very long for it, you see.
I don't think you've grasped the significance of this letter, dear. This young man has been officially reported as missing.
Oh, he will turn up. That is Michael for you. The proverbial bad penny. He's always off making mischief. We have plans to go to England, you see. When the war is over, he'll be back to fetch me and then...
Sit, child. Hortense.
Hortense heard the words spoken, but she would not accept that Michael was lost to her. To do so would be to accept all her hopes for their future together in England were lost with him. The pain of lost dreams is too much for any human soul to bear.
A nigger who can write. Now I've seen everything.
Arthur! 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 Arthur!
Don't say you lost him again.
I should really keep looking for him.
You can watch out from here. See? Tea and scones, please.
Scones are off. Tea cakes are off, crumpets are off, and muffins are off.
Off? What, are they bad?
No, she means off the menu. Finished.
May I ask what is on?
Rock cakes.
2 rock cakes, please.
There's just the one left now.
Just the one then. For the lady. You English, why you say all this? Don't mind if I do it off. Is it confused with Jamaicans?
Well, so, what is it you do at the base, Gilbert?
I'm a driver. I was hoping for something more, but needs must in a war.
My friend was from Jamaica too. Yeah, the one Arthur mistook you for. I only met him the one time, but when he talked about Jamaica, he made it sound so exotic. Now, what I want to know is, why would any of you want to leave such a place to come all this way and fight for us?
Well, it's like if you have a relative who lives far away whom you have never met. And this relation is so dear. She's known as mother. On her birthday, you sing and party in her honor. At home and school, everybody talk about her. She's so beautiful, so refined, so cultured. Like the Lord, she take care of you from afar. And she'll love you all as her own children. And you must work hard to be worthy of her love. Then one day, you hear your mother is in trouble. She calling to you, she need you. So you leave your home and you travel the seas with waves as big as mountains. You are cold and hungry. And you feel for the first time in your mouth the taste of fear. But you know you're doing your duty. That is why we come.
We can share.
Rock by name and by nature.
Ah, there he is. Sorry, do you mind if I just...
Go, do.
Arthur! What am I to do with you, eh? You must stay close to me. You remember Gilbert? He brought you home that day.
Shall we?
Why not?
You're in the wrong line. Go wait your turn with them.
Come again?
They can stay. You, go wait over there.
I'm not American. I'm with the British RAF.
All colored sit together at the back.
This is not America. There's no segregation in this country. I will go where I please and I will sit where I please.
Don't make trouble, son. Once you're inside, in the dark, they won't know where you're sitting, will they?
Get going, nigger. I won't tell you again.
Hey, who you calling nigger, asshole?
Look, just leave him alone.
Why don't you keep your legs crossed? You nigger-loving whore.
That's enough! You apologize to the lady.
Huh?
Apologize right now!
Gilbert! Get off it! Get off him! Gilbert! Please.
Get back! Arthur! Arthur! Nigger! Get back! He's my...
It's said military training is not just to prepare men for battle, but make them long for it. Everyone longs for peace, yet no one prepares for it. When you return from war, you see the life you left behind through new eyes.
And wood. Wait! Man, it's good to have you home. Yeah, man. So damn good. Like I never been gone.
So did the War Office have anything to say about Bernard?
Well, they've got no idea where he is either. Well, they confirmed his outfit got back in the country 6 months ago. That he was with him, that he wasn't injured. You know, the chap gave me this pitiful look, as if to say, he's left you, love, face it. He doesn't know Bernard like I do.
Maybe you know him less well than you think. If he's back in the country and not come home, he's made his choice, hasn't he? He's chosen a fresh start. Your father has his heart set on a new piggery, did I tell you? Extra space for the grower pigs, with more than half the time to the slaughter weight. Country's crying out for food, for fresh meat. There's never been a better time to expand. Bernard's savings aren't going to last much longer, are they? Then what? Before he went, he put the house in your name in case anything happened to him, didn't he? House this side should fetch a pretty penny. Hey, you could invest the money in the farm. Come home, help us run it.
And if Bernard comes back, isn't it enough he's lost his father without his home, too?
It's your own flesh and blood you should think on now, Queenie. Not some man who's left you in the bloody lurch. You always did think you were too good for us, didn't you?
This is my home now.
For Gilbert, home was no longer a place of sweet sanctuary. For now that he had seen something of the world, he could see how small his island was. Every day, he could feel his hopes for the future shrink within its borders. And with it, his potential. But then hope is often the last thing to die in a man.
We have such stars of England, Hortense. It was there in the thick of it, in ground transport, Royal Air Force, like your Michael.
Michael was a navigator, not stuck on the ground. He flew many missions into Europe, even over Germany itself. He was coming back from Germany, which is...
There he is! Gilbert? Come. Hortense Roberts. Gilbert Joseph.
Miss Hortense? Did we meet someplace before?
Sooner or later, everyone meets everyone here. Well, now we're all acquainted. Shall we go and have our picnic, Gilbert?
I should be proud to escort you fine ladies to it.
Hortense has duties to attend to back at our school.
School? School must be done. Come, Hortense. Think how every man will envy me. They must say here is one fortunate man to have two such beauties on his arm. Would you rob me of such a pleasure? You never forget a face, you know.
We have not met before, Mr. Joseph, I can assure you. Since your return to Jamaica, Mr. Joseph, may I inquire how it is you've managed to earn a living?
I have a share in my cousin's taxi. So we can get her running and anyone have money to hire us. I wonder now why I come back here at all. This country poorer now than before the war. Celia, I've decided my best chance is to return to England. Look what I see in the paper. The SS Empire Windrush leaving for London on the 28th of May.
That is just a month away.
But the cost of the passage is only £28 and 10 shilling. Of course, that is £28 and 10 shilling I don't have yet, but I have 4 weeks before that date to find it. And somehow I will get it. I have to get it. Did you know they have just passed an act of parliament there? The Nationalities Act, they call it. We Jamaicans are now not just citizens of the Empire, but citizens of the United Kingdom. We're equal to all those born and bred there. We're British now, just like them.
Is it true what they say? That every room in an English house have its own electric light?
Sure, more than 1, 2, 3 sometimes.
Oh, I would like to see that. I could come with you to England, Gilbert. We could go together on this ship.
You have enough money for that, Celia?
I'll ask my father to pay for it. He owes me that at least. We let Hortense write to us of hurricanes and rice shortages while we take tea in the fine hotels and visit the king in Buckingham Palace, please.
All right.
Yes! Oh, me too. Yes! Yes! Oh, my Lord. I'm going to England!
What about your mother, Celia?
You tell me your mother dead, Celia?
Oh, Celia's mother is very much alive, Mr. Joseph. But she's... How to put it, Celia? Not quite right in her mind. A pitiful sight, truly. And she's quite alone. Her husband having deserted her.
Is this true?
I will find somewhere for her. We don't have to take her with us. I will leave her here.
You would abandon your own mother?
No, I will find somewhere for her. Somewhere where they look after people like her.
To be cared for by strangers. I think I do not know you as well as I thought, Celia.
Please, Gilbert. Sometimes she doesn't even know where she is or who I am.
I promise Elwood I would do a shift in a taxi today. See you later, Celia. Miss Hortense?
You had to tell him, didn't you?
You cannot blame me for your lies, Celia. Mr. Joseph.
Miss Hortense.
If you have a moment, I would speak with you, Mr. Joseph.
I hope you didn't give as good as you got. To what do I owe the honor, Miss Hortense?
If you still want to sail on that ship, I will let you have the money for your passage, Mr. Joseph. See, every week I place half my wage into the building society. Over the years, it mounts up. I have near £30 saved now.
That is a lot of money to give to a man you
It is a loan, not a gift. Here is my proposal. I will lend you the money. Before you depart, we will be married. You will send for me to come to England when you find a place to live. It is not fitting for a single woman to travel on her own. But a married woman can go anywhere she pleases. And I have for a long time harbored a dream to go to England. Here's my lodgings. Let me know what you decide. Good day, Mr. Joseph.
Man, if that don't beat everything, she have to ride out of here. And she thinks you're it. She trying to buy you, man. She trying to buy you.
One small bag for starting a new life does not seem very adequate, Mr. Joseph.
Well, I have you, Mrs. Joseph. You are more than adequate for my needs.
It's a big trust I give you. Promise me that when you get to England, you will not forget me and leave me here.
You are my wife now. I have a duty to you.
I would like somewhere with a garden. A small garden will suffice. And do not pick out furniture for my house. You can wait until I arrive. I prefer to choose myself what I...
Don't be alarmed or tense. It's just my manhood.
Keep that thing away. Keep it away.
But I'm your husband now.
Do not come near me when
Wait, no. I never hurt you or tense. I never lay hand on you. Look, it's gone. It gone. I will sleep here on the floor, right? I won't touch you. I'll give you my word. Look, I'll give you my RAF salute, see? Tomorrow I will be out of your hair. I'll go to the mother country to make ready our new home. But oh boy, I'm so pretty high class. Just hope England is ready for you.
There are some thoughts which, once spoken aloud, will split your world in two. There's the life before you breathe them, and the altered life after they have been said. So Hortense did not tell the man she had married that he was a poor substitute for the one she once so dearly loved. And on her first night in London, keeping that thought unspoken, her dream of living in England would stay intact. While beneath her, another soul had felt the force of a hurricane. Not once, but twice. She knew the havoc that man had wreaked in her life had barely begun.
You bring me to a house with mice.
My wife, Hortense, she thinks she know everything about England, but she know nothing.
Sergeant Roberts, I thought I'd seen the last of you.
It's just plain Mr. Roberts now, and you thought wrong.
Now, you owe me an apology, Coon, and I'm not hearing it.
Queenie. No wife of mine will go on her knees in this country. Not now, not ever.
Where on earth have you been all this time?
What's that? And they call this a civilized country.
You are a fool, Gilbert Joseph.
I never stopped loving you, Queenie.
You think your white skin make it better than me, don't you?
Talking in this house, I will not have works here.
Works?
They need to pack their bags and leave now.
Let me go!
This is my wife!
All right.
Please, no.
How people's lives entwine together is one of life's mysteries. For Hortense, living in England was a childhood dream she shared with Michael.
I will be a teacher in a fine English school, and I will live in a fine house with electric lights and a bell at the front door.
But war, love, was a luxury she could no longer afford.
I will lend you the money. You will send for me to come to England when you find a place to live.
While Queenie was paying the price for love. There's a shallow sleep just before wakefulness, where reality can merge with a dream, and the two become as one. So it was for Hortense on her first morning in England. She was having the same dream she'd often had back in Jamaica. That one day she would live in a fine house with its own doorbell and a warm fire in the grate. She would sit by it with her children and tell them about the power of dreams. As Gilbert watched her sleep, he could sense the sweetness of her dream, and it reminded him of his own when he too had first arrived in England.
What is that noise?
Just rats. Mice. Just mice in the roof.
You bring me to a house with mice.
Every house in London have mice or tents. They bombed out too, you know.
You're not light yet?
This is how it is with the English winter. Stay dark till 9 in the morning. By 4 in the afternoon, the sun gone. And it's dark again. Sometimes, if you blink, you miss a whole day. Shut up there! Don't you know a lady is present? I must leave for work now, Hortense. I put the fire on for you, see? If the gas go out, you put money in the meter. I'll leave it for you here. For the, I get back at 6 o'clock. There is a egg and potato in the cupboard. You can make us chips for supper. You do know how to make chips, no?
Do I look like an imbecile, Gilbert Joseph? We did all aspects of domestic science on my college course. Perhaps you would like to see my diploma.
Swear, Hortense. You can be more prickly than a prickly pear sometimes.
I bet you're not getting no sleep last night. Man, if I had a wife like that, come all this way to be with me, what a piece of something I would give for some of that. To keep me warm.
Mister? Wait for me outside, no? Did I wake you?
What do you think?
My wife, Hortense, she thinks she know everything about England, but she know nothing. If you go out today, can you take her with you? Show her around, make sure she's all right?
Go on then.
Thank you. Oh, Queenie. Don't tell her I asked you. She's proud that way.
All right.
Some believe that destiny is the predetermined path we travel down in life. Others claim it is the roulette wheel of luck which shapes us. If it is luck, then perhaps it lies not so much in what happens to us, but resides within our own natures, in how we deal with the hand we are dealt.
Gilbert. Gilbert, wake up, no man. Don't do that, man. My turn up and out.
Tell you. Only so much longer I can take this, Winston.
Well, then find us a place like you promised. Oh, it will be easy, you see. We get a job easy, you see.
How many doors are knocked on since we've been here, Winston? How many shut in my damn face?
You said you had friend. You say you know people from the war. All your big talk on that ship, huh? We stuck here for months in a this stinking rat hole with no whiff of a job.
Things were different in the war. They needed us then.
I see you were in the RAF. RAF myself too, as it goes. Where were you stationed?
Yorkshire, sir. And then some time in Scotland.
Ah, Scotland. How was it there?
A beautiful country, sir. Truly majestic. But cold. I never know such a cold wind.
Well, I expect everywhere seems cold to you, lad. How long have you been back in Blighty?
Near 2 months now, sir. Finding work has been... Seem every job I go for vanish when I get there.
Oh, believe me, if I could do something for you here, I would. Like a shot at us.
They say at the labour exchange you had a vacancy for the job of storekeeper. I have it wrote down. Or did this job vanish too?
Oh, no, we still have the vacancy. It's just we have women working in this factory too, you see. What if in the course of your duties you found yourself talking to one of them?
Well, I'd be polite, of course.
No, I don't doubt it, lad, but if the men saw you talking to a white woman, all hell would break loose. They wouldn't stand for it. I can't ignore the opinions of my workforce, can I? But you must see that, surely.
A question, sir, if I may.
Please.
Why you never tell me this when I first sit down? When I still had feeling in my backside?
A coloured boy trying to make his way in London can often feel his luck has run out. But it can change in a blink of his eye. Just for a fleeting moment, he can believe, after all, that he is in control of his own destiny. Then again, luck can simply be remembering a friendly face.
Queenie.
It's Gilbert. Gilbert Joseph. We meet up in Yorkshire.
Gilbert Joseph. Well, I'll be damned.
I remember the address from the card your father-in-law carried.
Well, don't just stand there. Come in. Come in.
Morning, Mr. Todd.
I did feel so bad about what happened that day, Queenie. It was my intention to come and see you to express my condolence for your loss.
You have nothing to apologise for, Gilbert. Or blame yourself for. You know, it's fate you turning up like this. I was just that minute wondering where I could find myself a man. I never managed a damn thing on my own.
You are on your own?
Your husband is not...
Not dead, no. AWOL. One more floor. Well, he made it back from India with his unit after the war. Just didn't see fit to make it back to me. Oh, God. So, what's your plans on your back?
Well, I finally get myself a job, driving for the post office. I did hope for something better than being a damn driver yet again, but it means money coming in at last. All I need now is to find me a place to live so I can send for my wife, like I promised.
Say again.
My wife. I'm married now.
No, about needing a place to live.
Why I come looking for you? I thought maybe you might know somebody.
Didn't I say it was fate you coming? What's all this malarkey's about? I'm getting the rooms ready to rent. Needs a bit of paint, a few more sticks of furniture.
I have a friend, Winston. He needing a place too.
Well, he can have one of the other rooms. Send him along too, why not?
Sorry.
When will your wife come?
Directly I've saved enough for her passage.
So, is she a childhood sweetheart, or was it love at first sight?
You think there is such a thing?
That doesn't much matter. Chances are you end up alone.
You're not angry with him? Your husband?
Now, what does anger solve?
This is nice. I have found some English people are not so welcoming to us colored boys now the war is over. At school, we learn everything about the mother country. At age 10, I could recite all the great industrial canals of England.
So he told Queenie how, as a child, he had learned all about the steelworks of Sheffield, the China firms of Stoke-on-Trent, the railways, the parliamentary system of Westminster, and all the great laws which had been passed there.
Not just me. All West Indian children must learn this until they are word perfect.
As Queenie listened, she felt perhaps for the first time what it was like to walk in the shoes of another.
When I arrive here, the English, they look at me dark skin and say, you are from Africa. I say, no. I'm from Jamaica and the West Indies. I'm British like you. And their face go blank. I realized that this mother country about which we Jamaicans know so much does not even know where her own children live. She does not care one jot for us.
At the christening of the firstborn child and the Duke Bedworth. Charles Philip Arthur George Windsor. Lace brocade robe.
The ceremony was followed by a family lunch at Buckingham Palace.
Who is it, please? It's Queenie from downstairs. We met last night. Hortense, isn't it? Just came up to see you. You're settling in all right. Oh, have a clean up, eh? No, he's not exactly our strange, your Gilbert, is he? Oh, I'm glad you got this on today. It's perishing out there. Yeah, we say perishing when it's cold. Ooh, perishing cold, we say. You'll get the hang of these things soon enough. Well, so, how long have you and Gilbert been married?
Since the day before he sailed to England.
Oh, well, I met him during the war. Did he tell you?
He mentioned something of that nature in a letter, yes.
He's a good sort. Reliable, decent. You're lucky to have him. Well, if you like, I can take you down the shops, show you about. Show you how to use your ration book. Oh, have you got a ration book? We'll soon get you fixed up. Well, just give me a knock when you're ready. I'm usually about.
One thing, if I may ask. Can you perchance inform me what is chips?
Chips? What? The sort you eat, or
the edible variety? Yes.
They're potatoes, sliced up small. Bit of salt and vinegar, just the job. Oh, I want you to know, Hortense, I'm not like most round here. It doesn't bother me being seen out with you, so don't give it a thought. All right?
You can get most anything you need here. So you get your fresh fish from? Cakes, bread, so forth. Oh, and there's the groceries. Your fruits and, whatnot.
Mrs. Bly. Queenie. You are a punctilious teacher, Mrs. Bly. I know because I am a teacher. But perhaps we can come to an agreement, you and I. When I do not know what something is, I will ask.
Brushes, nails, clothes pegs.
Can I help you?
I would like to purchase, please, 3 basins, approximately this size.
Aye?
3 basins, so big.
What's you on about?
What did you say?
Basins, for the sink.
Oh, she means a bowl. A washing up bowl.
Ivan's halfpenny.
I will need 3, please.
3? Why 3?
1 for washing vegetables, 1 for crockery, and 1 for clothes.
No! You just need 1 and rinse it out after. 1 is fine.
Still Ivan's halfpenny. On the counter.
I wish you a good day, sir.
Here to pick up for the Earl Scott Sartin office?
Does someone speak? Didn't hear a dicky bird.
Could you tell me, please, those I'm to take?
There it is again. I can't see nothing. Can you?
All right, I'll find it myself.
Oi, don't touch those. They're not for Earl's Court. Get your dirty black mitts off them.
Is it these?
How many coons does it take to change a lavatory roll? Well, no one knows. It's never been done.
Just tell me those I'm to take now, then I can be on my way.
What is the wog on about? Tell you what, I'll answer your question, Sambo, if you'll answer mine. When are you going back to the jungle?
Not yet, man. I mean, I only just get here. And I don't fuck your wife yet.
What did you say? Oh, I think twice, Sambo, eh? If you want to keep your job and stay out of jail, eh? Other witnesses here will say you attacked a defenceless white man. Police will have you back in your banana boat so fast your feet won't touch. Savages. Animals! Now, you owe me an apology, Coon, and I'm not hearing it. On your knees. On your knees! Say it. Sorry.
Good evening.
What you doing, woman?
Cleaning the floor.
No wife of mine who go on her knees in this country. Not now, not ever.
Come to the table and I bring you supper. See? Already at 6 o'clock, just like you asked. You're not taking off your coat.
Too cool. What is this?
Chips. Like you asked.
This is not chips. Chips is fried. And you don't know what a chip is. And this? What is this? Your fancy college not teach you to cook a goddamn egg?
They teach us to be thankful for the food the Lord provides.
A lesson you would do well to learn, I think.
What are you doing?
Food should be eaten at a table.
You can eat what you want, Miss I am 90 high class. I am cool. I eat in here. Can't cook a simple thing like egg and chips. Can you cook anything at all?
You are an ungrateful man, Gilbert Joseph.
I've been working hard all day. This is what I come out. This egg is off. I can take no more of this! No more!
You dropped your glove, dear. You dropped it back in the street, but you walked too quick for me. Have a cup, sweet. Warm you up. Ruddy thing which gets stuck together. Look like a precious jewel, don't they, when the light gets through them? Well, best be getting off home. Best place to be on a night like this. You should do the same. Good night, dear.
Good night. I'm so sorry, Hortense. Look, see, I get something for us. Will you join me for dinner? Lady. This here is your English delicacy. Fish and chips. You know what the English do? They eat this food straight from the newspaper. No plate, no cutlery. They use just them finger.
Like monkeys?
Like monkey. Lesson number 1, Hortense. This is a chip. Lesson number 2. And listen well, Hortense. All they tell us in Jamaica, how everything and everybody in England is good, it's not true. You must be ready for that.
I was born ready, Gilbert Joseph. You may extinguish the light now.
Many talent I have, Hortense, but seeing in the dark is not one of them. Or is it you can't trust yourself not to peek at me?
The shoe is on your foot in that respect, Gilbert Joseph.
Night, wife.
Good night, husband. It is called the Times Educational Supplement. It is the periodical where all the best teacher jobs here are advertised. I look it up in the library before I leave Jamaica.
Take no notice. Keep walking.
Are they talking to me?
Just stupid kids. Keep walking.
Come here! Come over here this
You're wasting your breath, Hortense. Just...
I am her husband. I'll look after her now.
It's here, Bernard. In the top room, I rented out. I'll be all right now, Hortense.
Catch your breath. Be wise, Queenie. That room's just like that. Could you not find anyone else to...
Don't you think I'm the one who should be asking the questions, Bernard? Since the war, I've not heard a word from you. I didn't know if you're alive or dead, if I was a widow. Where on earth have you been all this time?
It's complicated, Queenie. Not been well.
I spoke to the ministry, Bernard. They said you got back from India with your unit, that you weren't injured.
Wasn't that kind of an injury. I lost my bearings.
Lost your memory? What? Were you in hospital?
Brighton.
Let me see if I've got this right. I'm stuck here, struggling to keep a roof over my head, while you're on a beach with a bucket and spade an hour away on a bloody train.
Where's Dad, Queenie?
I wrote to you in India. Did you not get my letter? We were waiting outside a cinema and some Yanks started making trouble. The military police were called. A bullet bounced off a wall. Tragic accident, they called it. But I took him to Yorkshire to keep him safe. Did a good job of it, eh?
No one did more for him than you did, Queenie.
Queenie? Queenie? It's your favourite day of the week. Rent day.
Yeah, man, bang on time this time.
This is my husband, Bernard. Gilbert Joseph, Hortense's husband, who you met, and Winston Seymour.
Pleased to meet you, sir.
Likewise, sir.
We're in the middle of something. Do you mind? They live here too. God, Queenie, what on earth were you thinking of?
Do you think I was going to pay the bills while you were playing hide and seek in Brighton? Or sell my body? Walk the streets? Why are you back, Bernard? Why now?
You're my wife.
Well, I'm supposed to let you back into my life, into my bed, because you've come to your senses and remembered that. But all of a sudden it's convenient to you. You can sleep in your father's old room.
Islington is the other side of London, Hortense. Why you need to go there?
It is the location of the Education Authority. I do not intend to spend my days cooking and cleaning like your servant, Gilbert Joseph. The paper is full of advertisements for teaching posts in London. I will make it clear, of course. I will only consider a position in a good school. I am not so desperate I will accept just anything.
How will you travel to this Islington, Hortense?
By bus, when I have ascertained which to take.
Best to go by tube from Earl's Court. Get the Piccadilly line.
That's the dark blue line.
Then go to King's Cross, change to the Northern Line, City Branch.
That's the black line.
Maybe it's better if I go with you, Hortense, no? Wednesday's my half day. I will take you there in the afternoon.
You may accompany me if that is your wish.
Queenie's husband don't look too friendly though, eh?
Queenie would talk him round.
Will you be joining us, Winston? It is fish tonight. Fresh fish from the market.
What? Home cooking? Now that is a treat. Wow. You're a lucky man to have a woman cooking you up something nice every night. What? Woo! Yeah, man. But you know what? I just remember I did promise to meet some of the boys, so another night. Yes? Later.
It make no matter if we are asked to leave here. Soon, I will have employment in a good school, and we can find a decent place to live. A house with its own doorbell, electric lights in every room, and a garden for the growing of vegetables. A home that is befitting for a teacher such as I. Eat before it gets perishing. How long you been here? Perishing mean cold. Right.
I'd say I was passing, but my father always say a white lie is the entry card to hell.
Sergeant Roberts. I thought I'd seen the last of you.
It's just plain Mr. Roberts now. And you thought wrong. Are you alone? Your father-in-law is...
No longer with us.
And your husband?
Ditto. What? Look. Make yourself at home while I, just...
There was a time, back when Queenie still had a sassy spring to her step. She made heads turn. She had what is called presence. But since the war, she had lost her spring. Heads no longer turned when she passed by. She had become invisible. But that day in the park, heads were turning once again to look at her. Queenie knew that she was not the cause, but the sight of a black man and white woman walking arm in arm. With Michael beside her, she was visible again. She existed.
We were flying over France from a night raid in Germany. The plane was hit. It just turned into a fireball. As I was coming down, I see the plane explode. I could see Ginger in the distance. His parachute was on fire. It looked like the flame of a match just floating down in the dark sky. I could hear him screaming. I came down in a turnip field. All I got was a sprained ankle. Days I spent in that damn field, pulling up turnips from the ground, eating them raw. Then some French children found me. At first they just stared at me. Then one by one, they step up, rub my skin to see if the color would come off. I wasn't angry. I thought maybe this once my black skin would save me. They would think me an oddity, not a threat. They took me to their farm. The farmer there, he hid me. And when the Yanks come, he hand me over. I was one of the lucky ones.
You left something last time.
Well, my good luck charm. When I first flew on missions, I always swore this is what kept me safe.
Was that your sister?
We were raised together. She was something, I tell you. Nothing could defeat that girl. I can't believe you kept it all this time.
This one, I want to keep. It was my good luck charm to bring it back to me. So I'm going to have you this time, Michael Roberts.
Until Monday.
A weekend. Well, we must make the best of it. So when you leave tomorrow, will you go back to your family in Jamaica? The girl in the photo.
There was a hurricane before I left. The Things are never the same after a hurricane hits. There's nothing for me there now. Have you ever felt the force of a hurricane, Queenie?
You know, you could stay here if you don't mind. I've got plenty of room after all.
Before I came to England, I had such ideas about what it was like. But it's just another island. Just like the one I left. Full of small minds. Just like there. I'm going to Canada. I tell you, the land is vast there. A man can breathe there. He could make a good future for himself in such a land.
She waited, hoping he would ask her to go with him to Canada. If he did, she would lock the house, wave goodbye to her life, and go with him. But he did not ask her, so she resolved she would ask him. But when it came to it, she did not dare say the words. She was too afraid of what his answer might be. So it was, on that Monday morning, she watched him walk out of her life without a backward glance.
Hurricanes hardly ever happen.
It's not just me who thinks it. Mrs. Lucas at number 25 feels the same, so do the Reeds at number 19. The whole street's up in arms about it. They say either your wife gets rid of the darkies, or they'll be forced to take matters into their own hands. Now you're back, you can deal with it, thank God. But I wouldn't leave it too long.
It was a woman, wasn't it? Had to be a woman.
Not in the way you think. India was... After a while you think you get immune to the squalor and the death. We lost over half the men in our unit in 1 month. Boys, most of them. Barely old enough to shave. They called me Pops. On VJ Day, just being alive was some of the chaps. I wanted to go to a brothel in Calcutta. They got me drunk and talked me into going with them. On the ship on the way back to England, I developed a sore on my... Well, I knew straight away it was syphilis. When we first got to India, a medic had given us a lecture on the symptoms, what to expect if... Apoplexy, insanity, death. Oh, from a few misspent minutes with a whore in Calcutta. I thought about ending it all there and then, but I didn't have the bloody guts. When we got back to London, I knew I couldn't come home, so ended up at Waterloo Station. And I got a train to Brighton. Wandered around and saw an ad in a shop window on the front. Handyman needed in hotel in exchange for board and lodging. So I took it and waited to die.
People don't die from syphilis anymore.
I wanted to die. It was my punishment for betraying you. Why should I escape death when so many hadn't? Nothing happened. No symptoms. After a while I went to a doctor and he said, after so long without penicillin, I'd either be mad or dead. Said it wasn't syphilis. More likely an infected insect bite. Some husbands you've got yourself, eh?
Human like the rest of us, Bernard. We're none of us perfect.
You can go now, Gilbert. I do not wish to disrupt your day any further. They may want to show me straight away the school at which I will be working.
Hortense, don't build too many hopes now. England have its own way of doing things.
A teacher will not be treated in the same way as someone in a low-class job. I will see you at home.
Enter.
Good day to you.
Yes?
I understand this is the place I should present myself for a position in the teaching profession.
You're a teacher?
I am. My letters of recommendation. As you will see, one is from the headmaster at my last school.
Sorry, but where are you from exactly?
Jamaica. This letter is written by the headmaster at my last school, and you will see
The school was where?
The Coral Hill Parish School in Kingston, Jamaica. And here is the recommendation from the Alexandria Hall Teacher Training College, which previously I attended under the tutelage of
Is that also in Jamaica?
Of course, yes.
If you didn't train here, you can't teach here. It's not possible.
If you read the letters, you will see I spent 3 years training to be a teacher. I received distinction in the teaching diploma awarded to me.
I'm sure you did, but your qualifications aren't recognized here. They're of no use to us. The Education Authority make the rules. We must abide by them.
I must train all over again? Is that what you say?
Assuming you are accepted. I must warn you, competition for places is extremely fierce.
How you get on? What else? What happened? Wait, no.
Why are you asking these questions? What business is it of yours?
You are my wife.
I can look after myself. I did it for many years before you came along. I can again. I don't need
God's
your...
name, woman, what they say to you?
They say I cannot teach here.
Talk to me. Tell me what they say.
My teaching qualifications are no good here. I must train all over again. And when I get up to go, I walk into a cupboard.
A cupboard?
I thought it was the door to leave by, but it was a cupboard. And the women laugh at me.
What was in this cupboard?
A broom and mops.
See, I've walked into plenty cupboard myself. Broom cupboard, stationery cupboard.
This one had paper in it also.
Broom and paper. You should tell them. Curious cupboard you have there, mixing cleaning utensil with stationery. How long you stay in this cupboard?
Long enough to see it was a mess. Everything higgledy-piggledy. I even banged my foot on a bucket there.
How would you hurt your foot because these people can't keep their cupboard in a tidy manner? And they call this a civilized country. You should go back in there and say that where you are from, you are used to a tidy cupboard.
You are a fool, Gilbert Joseph.
I try. God knows. I have an idea. We will do what the English do in times of trouble. We shall drink a cup of tea. But first, we pay a visit to the king. Look at all those rooms. I mean, you can only sleep in one bed at a time after all. But then he is the king. Maybe hop between them, eh?
You have no respect, Gilbert Joseph. What am I to do, Gilbert? To teach here is all I ever dream of.
Well, can you sew?
Of course. I've been sewing since I was a girl.
A dressmaker I passed on the way to work, she had a sign in a window for a seamstress.
I am a teacher, not a seamstress.
And you will be. You can sew, and I will drive me post office van, and we will save enough money so you can go to college and train to be a teacher here.
You would do that for me.
I once had hope to study law. It was a pipe dream. We can still make yours happen.
Of course, I can also cook. My teacher, Miss Plumtree, said my lemon sponge cake was the best she ever tasted. Even better than those she eat in the finest tea shop in London.
She tell you where this tea shop is?
Mm-mm.
Because we must be sure never to go there.
You are teasing me again, Gilbert Joseph.
The trauma of war is like a wound which never truly heals. When a man returns, he can feel like an imposter in his own life. His struggle for recognition can make him act in a way which even he does not recognize.
What you doing here, Mr. Blythe? I hate to tell you to leave. I don't know how you inveigled your way into Queenie's favour, but I'm back now, and I intend to run a clean and respectable household again.
You're saying that we're not respectable? That we're not clean?
What about last night? Stinking the house up with the stench of your cooking.
You don't insult my wife cooking. You're going too far.
You don't tell me what to do and say it in my own home. I want you out, all of you, now, tonight.
What's happening in here? I can hear you all the way down the stairs.
I was born in this house. I will not have wugs here.
Wugs?
They need to pack their bags and leave now. Better yet.
Hey, what you think you're
doing,
man?
Stop! This is my house now. You signed it over to me when you went away. It's you who doesn't belong here.
I'm so sorry. You're not an easy man to deal with, Queenie.
Fetch a doctor, please. Now. Help me downstairs. Help me downstairs, please. Help me, Andres.
The doctor will come. He will help you. You are with child.
Get it off me! Unwind it quickly. I can feel it coming. Oh, it's coming. Oh, I can feel it. It's coming.
Oh, the doctor's not here yet.
Oh, God. It's like going with the wind. You know when they deliver the baby. Was it Scarlet or the other? I can't remember.
You think I'm like that foolish slave girl in Gone with the Wind? I am an educated woman. I teach.
For God's sake, not now, Hortense. Ah! Oh, oh, oh. No, get towels. Quickly, get towels.
It's dear Mrs. Black. Give it for me, Mrs. Black. You must push now. Push, Mrs. Black. Push.
In God's name, call me Queenie.
Push, Queenie. She is waiting for you.
Hey, this is nothing to do with me. No. I swear I'm not the father. No! This business is nothing to do with me. I'm not the only black man in England. Hortense, come and let me in now. Hortense, please.
I will send for my truck when I am settled.
Where you going? Where now? Hortense?
Hortense! Hortense! All right? God knows who the father is! Some damn Jamaican with an eyebrow pretty woman! But it's not me! I only been here 6 months! It cannot be my child! What's this? Cannot be my child.
I met him during the war. He was RAF like you. Out of the blue, he turned up again. I wish I could tell you I regret it, but I don't. You once said that I brought out feelings in you never knew you had, that it was a gift I had. That was his gift to me.
And so she told him, when she found she was pregnant, how she tried everything to get rid of it. Hot baths, heaving heavy furniture about, even throwing herself down the stairs. But nothing worked. Then, one night, she said how she felt a tiny kick, like a flutter of Morse code. She saw the enemy was not within her as she had thought, but in the world outside, and only she could protect him from it. So it was, Queenie's son began life in a drawer, and a bottom drawer at that. The thing about starting life at the bottom, there's no place to go but up.
What's going on with you today?
Today is a special day, man. Today's the day I hand in my cards.
What you talking about?
Didn't I tell you what I plan? Huh?
To do what? Sweep the road?
I got something going on.
Something big, man.
My grandma back home sell her land for a good price to some fool yank movie star, right? She send the money to me.
True?
Yeah, man. Enough to buy me a house in London up in Finsbury Park, you know it?
Of course I know it.
So the place is a bit run down. But now the sale is gone through. I want you to fix it up, Gilbert. You can live there with Hortense. Other rooms, we let the people from back home. You collect the rent, you run the place, you keep it nice, you pay me a small percentage.
You can't do all this yourself.
Because I have my eye on another house, me do the same thing.
And you don't want no money right now?
No, man, not until the rent is coming in.
And me and Hortense can live there?
Yeah, man, that's the plan.
Why are you doing all this? For me?
All the boys I meet since we come, it's only you look out for me. You put a roof over my head when I needed one, so now I return the favor.
You know what you is? The cavalry. That is what you are! The cavalry, man!
We know. Yeah, man.
It's you and that child's father to blame, Queenie. If I'd got to blame, if I'd had the courage to face you, then I would have been here. All that time I never stopped loving you, Queenie. I'll take the child on if that's what you want. I'll be a father to him. Or I'll leave, whatever you want.
It run down, all right? So don't be expecting no palace. It's been empty a long time. There's been a war, remember? Yes? No, let me stop right here.
Is this it? Is it just this?
Don't rush to judge so quick or tense. Give it a chance, no?
It is a fine room, Gilbert. But is it just this we have? Or is there more?
You like the room?
It is an excellent room.
It very run down.
What? You scared of a little hard work? There is nothing here we cannot fix. A bit of paint and some carpet. A table and chairs here by the window. Some warm curtains. And here, 2 armchairs in front of the fire. Yes, it will be very nice, like a home should be for a teacher such as I will be. So I ask again, Gilbert Joseph, is it just this one room we have? Or are there others?
Oh no. There are others, Hortense. Plenty others. Come, I'll show them to you. Queenie here?
A minute.
Tell her, please, we're moving out at the end of the week. All of us.
I spoke without knowing the full facts. I was mistaken.
You think your white skin make you better than me, don't you? We both finished fighting a war for a better world. We was on the same side. And after everything we go through, you still think that I am worthless and that you are better than me. So tell me, what exactly was it we fight for?
Gilbert. Gilbert.
What's the matter?
is not the mice. You want to come in the bed with me?
Say again?
I said you want to sleep in the bed with me. I get perishing here, Gilbert Joseph.
It's building, eh? Managed to get a couple of decent steaks from the butchers, too. Colour chap seems all but ready to leave. Myself useful in the garden, I think. Not by the holes.
Bernard, you never told me you were born in this house. Yet you still signed it over to me.
I love you. But I plant some vegetables for next year. Be on solids by then, won't he? Get the hang of this one, I think you'll see.
I've not had a chance to thank you yet for all you did for us. I'll put the kettle on. Do you want to hold him?
Hello, handsome. Hello.
You've a real knack, Hortense.
I always had a way with babies.
If she sees so herself.
Oh, he's good as gold. He really is. He's no bother at all. Can tell he likes you. Show him to Gilbert.
You will scare the poor thing.
You have a name for him yet?
Michael.
You are calling him Michael.
Do you like it?
It is a favorite name of mine. Hello, baby Michael. Hello.
Well, I'll get us some tea.
You better take him now.
I want you to take him, Hortense.
Or I dare not drink hot tea while I'm holding.
I mean, I want you and Gilbert to take him with you when you leave.
What is it you say, Queenie?
I want you to bring him up as your son. I know it's a lot to ask, but you're good people. And you look after him. You give him the home he deserves.
You do not want your baby?
Yes, I want him. Of course I want him. But I want what's best for him, and I can't give him that. Look, say yes, please. I'll beg you, if that's what it takes. I've thought about it. I've thought about nothing else. It's the only way.
Queenie,
God's name's going on?
She asked us to take the baby.
It's the best thing for him.
His mother, you're the best thing for him. I'll be there to help, I told you. Betty's sake, God's sake.
You say that now when he's just a baby. But what happens when he grows into a strapping young lad with a mind of his own and does something out of order? You'll think you wog, you black bastard.
No, I would never think such a thing.
You won't be able to help yourself, Bernard, because you'll be angry. Angry for all the times the neighbours shunned you, or the bricks thrown through the windows, or the sniggers behind your back. He'll see the anger in your eyes, and he'll know he's the cause of it. If he's the only black face, he'll never feel he belongs. I want him to hold his head up high and not be brought down because people shout abuse at him wherever he... Oh, I beg you, please take him. Not for my sake, but for his, please.
You've been through a lot, Queenie. This is not you.
Oh, God's sake.
As Gilbert comforted Queenie, he saw a look in Bernard's face he recognized. Repugnance. He'd seen it too many times to mistake it.
Hortense, come. Give the baby back.
He knew that look would forever haunt him. Yet still, he fought it.
How will we feel knowing we turned our backs?
We can't do this, Hortense. How can we? We have our own lives to lead. We have enough going on without all this. He is not our responsibility.
But if we leave him here alone...
Look, he's not alone. He has Queenie.
She's not enough. She knows that. My mother knew it too. To give up what you love the most. I doubt I would have such courage. This was the Michael I knew. We were raised together as brother and sister. He was lost in the war. I was a child then. I'm a grown woman now. And old enough to be a mother.
All kind of limbs and this and this.
Let's take a look at that nappy of yours, eh? Eh? There we go.
Hi guys. Can I get your stuff, yeah?
You know, genealogy thing again.
Is this the house they moved into?
Mm-hmm. A few years later, they bought it. And this is your great-grandma. Hortense, the woman who raised me.
Who's that?
She is my mother.
Stop. Get your stuff. We're going to go to the park. Do you want to come with us, Dad?